Good morning. So, we provide I feel like the audio got disconnected in between. Sanchita, can you just reconfirm that we are audible now?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning. New members, today. But yes, we have some cases. You should be there. We will start with this introduction first. So we have this experience online and able to see. So let's start from online list and then we will go to offline. So if Sujit Kumar, can you please turn on your camera and like you are already unmuted. So if you can give your short introduction, that will be helpful for each one of you, each one of us. And secondly, how you got to know about personal.
Yeah, I had already lost the first part. Actually, my name is Sujit Kumar Mishra. Let me give my introduction first. I'm basically from Jharkhand. Now I am based at Baroda, and currently I'm working for Wipro. And I'm here. I'm newly joined within I think for 2 to 3 months. This is my first uh, Zoom meeting, and which I am attending this session. Actually, this is related to fear. Actually, lots of fear and lots of apprehensions we do get while communicating and everything. So that's why I had tried to join this session so that I can overcome my fear and everything. So that is just my introduction. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sujit, and we look forward to see you in person.
Yeah.
We will be able
Actually,
to see more.
yeah. Actually, I had joined 2 to 3 months, 3 4 months back. Actually, lots of happenings are being happening right way in the Toastmaster group, but I was unable to attend few. So henceforth, I am looking that so that I can attend all those and I can gain some knowledge into this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your introduction. And hope you stay till end because in table topic session to come up on the stage and participate in table topic session, which will be headed by table topic master and he will inform us about how the session. With this,
Sure.
we have guest start. short introduction. But during the tabletop session, they would be. But I urge other two guests, if you can come. Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
One. You is coming. Um, can anyone confirm online that Bhushan, like you are in the meeting? Yeah. Okay. So if I'm getting it here, is it audible? Sujit, like you can rejoin the meeting. I feel the audience. With this, I hope the timer will be helping me through this. Timer would be showing me later. I had a generally book today I'm sure that one thing which stick when Argentina lost and with the raise of them, how many you with through these social media news channels anyway. Like when Saudi Arabia like beat the Argentina. So why I'm bringing it in the Toastmaster forum, it's about that when you reach a pinnacle of success, like a professional footballer, Lionel Messi. He has achieved all the trophies that are out there. Only thing left is World Cup. When they started the tournament and the first match, which was against Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is the underdog of that pool, and they lost against them. And everyone started, just like a reporter after the match, reporter asked me, like, why this happened to you? Are you getting old? You won't win this year. This tournament is not. And hell lot of question and answering sessions. It was going on. And here comes the communication of journalists. He being at the success, if he can pinpoint anyone, I bet that we all would believe that he's saying right. But during the heat of the moment, he didn't pinpoint anyone. He just went on and say that this is the time when my team and my country would be more united. Because we have to focus on the next two matches, which was against the Mexico and Poland. and both of them were extreme tough opponent compared to South. And he just during the conference he mentioned that he acknowledged that I am disappointed. I won't pinpoint anyone. It's because of the team effort. Like we made our like there were misses from our side and we lost it. That was the moment when they lost now. And yesterday they won against Australia and now they are in the quarterfinal. Again the same Messi who is in the quarterfinal, that is 8 teams who would be competing for the title. With the same zeal and calmness, he was asked again. And the question was repeated now. And it was like, you are the champion. And I bet you would win this. From being like the first match you lost, you would be out of the tournament. The question now, you are the champion. You did amazing for the country. And in both the matches, he scored the first. Again, the same conversation. He mentioned that the path is still long ahead. And I believe in my team and my country. I'm sure they will be backing the whole team and not me. So that's the power of communication. That when the in the heat of moment, how we handle a situation. That's the true learning, or that's the true power experience. With this, I would like to start the basically introduction of someone, and most of the members who are sitting here, like they know who Toastmaster Hiren is, and we don't require that introduction. But for the members who are joining you, he is the comedian expert, so-called of the club. He brings in so much humor that when you leave the meeting, you would forget everything, but you would still take away that humor with an app theme that is fear. As I mentioned, and as I fellow guests mentioned, that they have fear of public speaking and we have fear of n number of things. And I hope with today's theme, it would be that barrier would be broken. And with this, I would like to hand it over to Toastmaster today. Toastmaster.
जो डर गया समझो मर गया. In fact, there is one more sentence that the only thing we have to fear is the fear itself. This was stated by Roosevelt, President Roosevelt. So these are the words that we have been listening. But before I move further, I want to tell you that on 25th of November, I completed 27 years of my marriage life. So thank you very much. I hope you have applauded me for my resistance power and tolerance. Well, but if you are thinking that these 27 years of togetherness and that too with the same wife is because of love and affection, then I want to tell you one personal story. During our honeymoon time, we went to Uti, and it was an arranged marriage, so we were trying to know each other, and we went for a horse riding. Now, actually, what happened that my horse was little calm, my wife horse was naughty, and that horse wiggled and my wife fall down and I got a little disturbed, but I could not do anything because I was on other horse. My wife calmly stood up. She told the horse that this is first time, and she got onto the horse very calmly. And I was getting surprised that why she is talking to the horse like that. And then obviously horse is an animal, so again horse wiggled a little bit, and again my wife fall down. I was getting disturbed but cannot do anything, and my wife this time also calmly stood up. She told the horse that this is second time, and she got onto the horse. And I was getting confused that why she is talking to the horse. Is it a human being? It's an animal, and how come that animal going to understand? But somehow there we move further. Horse would definitely be an animal. Again, that horse wiggled, and my wife fall down third time. And what she did is she took out a gun from her purse and she shoot the horse. And horse was dead, dropped dead. And I was so furious. I said, "Come on, are you out of your mind? I mean, you killed the horse. Now I will have to pay to the money to that horse person." And then I was listening to you. You were talking to the horse. Horse is a human being. Is he going to understand? You are a crazy person. She told me this is first time. And from that day, I never let her speak this is second time. So that is the love and affection. But then there was a fear that has made us combine together for all these 27 years. Well, if we keep joke apart, I want to tell you that we do not have to afraid of fear. Fear is our friend. Fear is our natural instinct that keeps us alive, that keeps us whatever we are doing right now. In fact, you are standing in front of me and I am standing in front of you only because we have that natural survival instinct of fear. For example, you might have no fear of heights. Would you have not tried jumping from the 10th floor? And maybe we are already with the Almighty God. If we do not have fear of snakes, we might have gone and catch some king cobra and we might be dead already. Or if we do not have a fear of creepy places, we might not be, we might be an endangered species right now. So fear is a survival mechanism and fear will help us going further. In fact, we have a fear of social acceptance. And that is why our mannerism, the way we speak or the way we behave, even we wear the clothes, because we have a fear of that social acceptance. And that is why the life is moving. And that is why we need to understand that fear is our friend and we need to accept that fear and we need to work towards that fear. And even the thrilling rides, bungee jumping, even we go to see horror movie because fear gives us excitement, fear gives us some thrilling experience. So let us accept that fear, let us move along with that. Yes, anything in excess is always not good. So when we understand our fear, fear will help us do something better. But if it is little bit excess, we need to understand why it is excess, what are the reasons, and try to overcome that. And this even Toastmaster is helping us to overcome our fear, understand that why it is little bit extra, because we cannot avoid fear, we have to accept it, but we have to understand that if it is little bit extra, we need to control it. So I welcome you to this 258 meeting of Toastmaster, and we begin our meeting. This meeting will be in three phases. The first phases will be prepared speeches. The second phase will be table topics, and the third will be evaluation session. I want to now invite our timer today. Our timer is a digital marketeer, and he is just 1 month in Vadodara Toastmaster Club. And he says that he wants to fight the fear. I asked him that what is the fear that you have the most. He says that the public speaking fear is the most he is having, and either fighting or flight, that means running away from that fear. He says that he wants to fight that fear. So to explain his role, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Udit with a big round of applause.
And the evaluation. I will also alert the speaker by showing this green card, yellow card, and red card. For the table topic speaker, their remarks should be limited not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will show the red card. For the regular speeches, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. For the icebreaker speeches, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. At the 4 minute, I will show the green card. At the 5 minute, I will show the yellow card. At the 6 minutes, I will show the red card. For the regular speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At the 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. At the 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For the evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2 minutes, I will show the green card. I will at the 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At the 3 minutes, I will show the red cards. Thank you very much. Sorry.
So thank you, Toastmaster Udit, when you are showing
Since last week, and some years, in fact, things when he is on the so having a reference, I think the
Hold it. So thank you, Toastmaster Bhushan, for your explanation about the role of our counter. Now, we understand that when we discipline our children, it is to make them for their own self improvement and make them obedient and enjoy their fullest life. We require mixture of love, at the same time fear also. And who knows better than a teacher and in fact a principal who is our grammarian. So she is a teacher. She was a principal at a school. Our veteran speaker, in fact, winner of international speech contest at club level and area level. Let us welcome with a big round of applause Toastmaster Gitanjali.
That for me here is faith, everything, and trust. Dear Toastmaster of the day, friends and guests, my soulful greetings to all of you. Today I play the role of grammar. We all know that the grammar is the hardware of any man. By using proper grammar, not only we can make our presentation flawless, our communication skills. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take note of any misuses of English language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, saying or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to use the word of the day as a flavor. Today's word of the day is French, meaning a sudden feeling of fear or shock. Sentence. The very thought of going on the stage gave me fright. Today's phrase of the day is on pins and needles, meaning in a state of anxiety or tense expectation. Use in the sentence. Dima was on pins and needles waiting to hear about her dance competition. Each speaker is encouraged to use the words and if something officer wanted to find wonderful information about Asia. In English language, do you know which is the smallest sentence? That is I am. For a complete sentence, we need subject and predicate. And this sentence contains both. But there are exceptions also. We say go, come, yes, no. So they are not complete sentence, but they protect the complete meaning. So in grammar, these are accepted, but we accept it. With this, I'd like to hand over the stage to our ceremony Toastmaster.
Good Toastmaster. In fact, I wish I should be in your class while you were teacher. Um, anyway, but I have privilege to be here in front of you when you are speaking. Now we are moving for the prepared speeches. So as we move along, I just want to tell you that Darwin has mentioned that survival of fittest, that is the evolution theory that he has mentioned. But lately it has been observed that it is survival of fearest. The one who fear most will survive through the passage of life. So we do not have to worry about fear. During Corona time, we have also experienced that we were washing our hands with the alcohol and we were trying to protect ourselves. So when we fear the most, the Almighty God will help us better. That's how the survival mechanism is. So let us accept that fear and enjoy, make them our friend and enjoy that. And as we move along, as we go to the speaking session, we will understand that I will request all the speakers that experience that fear over here, try to accept that fear and then move along with that. Um, Before, in fact, I invite our first speaker, I would like to invite the evaluator, Toastmaster Tarun, to provide the objectives of the speech. Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, dear Modi. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. My focus speaker for today is TM Pooja, and she shall deliver the speech from the pathway Dynamic Leadership. This is the Level 2 Project 1 speech, and the purpose of her speech is to do research and understand her leadership style. And the speech title is Am I a Leader? Timer. Please note that her allotted timing for the speech is 5 to 7. I wish her all the best, TM Pooja, and hope you overcome your pride and hope her speech keeps all of us on pins and needles. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, for giving us something of the speech. So our first speaker is VTM for last one year. And she says that she is still a learner. Public speaking is her fear. And when I asked that what is the option you are choosing, fighting or flight, she said that I want to fight that fear. So she is going to deliver the L2P1 project and with a speech title, Am I a Leader? Let us welcome close now.
Leaders are not born, they are made, by Vinci Lombardi. I do believe in these lines. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Today, I believe that I am a leader. But how? What do I possess? And I felt and researched that I am leading 20% of autocratic and 80% of democratic leadership style. Now, before diving you in my journey, let me ask you two questions. The first question is, how many of you believe you are a born leader? Okay. And how many of you realize that after facing some certain circumstances or any consequences, you find out your leadership style? I am one of them. Okay. Now let me head you in my journey. I was working as a pre-primary teacher. During that time period, Corona came. And all of a sudden, we were in front of camera and the parents. As earlier, we were not allowed to even to talk to parents directly without any prior information from the coordinator or principal ma'am. And as my children were young ones, it was mandatory for the parents to sit with them during the sessions. And all of a sudden, I faced variety of human species and I found they were giving us advices and their various thoughts to us. This made me to have some fright, and I felt India is a democratic nation. It was just believed in 1 month on online sessions. So I took a call with principal ma'am and I took that authority that I'm not going to give them chance to unmute till my part of explanation is over. I got that permission and I took that, and the next day I first of all I politely messaged that from today onwards within 5 minutes of session I will mute you all, and last 10 minutes will be query time where children are supposed to ask me questions until and unless parents need to help them. This was done and session started going on smoothly. All of a sudden, our principal ma'am expired. But show must go on. Our school authority hired a new principal, and the new principal, when took the charge of the school, it was time when Corona was on its low peak. Very soon, higher grades started. And now it was our turn to be started that government declared pre-primary sections to get opened. Next morning during sessions, again the people or parents were full of questions, and that was big how was there. But as it was not mandatory, we were supposed not to talk and discuss on this a lot, and we did the same. But a big whirlpool was waiting for us, and principal ma'am declared a program to be held within 15 days where each and every student has to participate and perform on stage. Agenda was that students will be back to school and they might be following their parents on the day of program, so that parents may get the chance to know the new principal and get to meet her. Next morning, my agenda was to make my children ready and full of confidence to perform on stage. So I took the authority as exams were heading after the program. I took the authority to select the subjects and topics for them. As these topics were related to subject, I chose the one in which the child was weak. So I decided the topics for them, and authority was not given to parents to change that, the same, so that children are prepared for the program. Simultaneously, they get prepared for exams too. This worked, and we worked hard. We means children, parents, and myself. We were having late night sessions till 10 or 10:30 p.m., where sometimes they used to panic, and I have to keep the calm and patience to motivate them. I used to give them a positive attitude. I used to give them trust that I believe in them and they can perform on stage. And the day came where I felt I was on pin and needles. It was like it was my report card day. And the same thing happened. As soon as the program was over, I found out that my communication, my autocratic leadership style with democratic leadership style flagged in air. And this was the time when principal ma'am and directors pat on my back and I heard the golden words. Senior KG won the best participation and performance award. So my dear friends, as I earlier said, leaders are not born, they are made. As I was not born as a leader, but I'm making myself to work as a leader and to learn something new. And for that, I am here in Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster. Repeat that. Oh, sorry.
It was a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Pooja. When she asked that question, that are you a born leader, I thought she expect me to raise hand, so that's why I raised hand. Uh, but otherwise, she herself is. I mean, if she is asking a question, am I a leader? We all will say that yes, she is definitely a leader. Very nice speech. Moving along with our second speaker. Before I invite the second speaker on the stage, I would like to request evaluator Toastmaster Santosh to provide the objective of this speech. Toastmaster Santosh, with a big round of applause.
Good morning, dear Toastmasters. My name is Dave. Today, my beloved Toastmaster Prashant is delivering his icebreaker speech. This pathway is sometimes effective project, level 1, project 1, and the title is hydration. This title is driving force. Purpose of his speech is to introduce himself to the club and learn basic structure of a public speech. Icebreaker speech is like a binding vehicle. So you have to ensure like your vehicle doesn't hit any while you are driving, and it's like you cannot leave also because you have to. So I all the best to Master.
So our second speaker is with Toastmasters since 2017, but then for time being he left Toastmaster, and then he again joined in April 2022. He is a chartered accountant, and speaking in front of people fears him the most, thinking that he might be making some mistake. But fight is the option he is choosing to overcome his fear, and he is going to deliver this icebreaker speech. So we must be giving a standing applause once speech is over. So with a big round of applause, let us welcome Toastmaster Prashant with his speech title "Driving Force." Driving Force, Toastmaster Prashant.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Prashant, and as an icebreaker, I am expected to describe my life journey in short. Along with that, I will also describe one of the important principles that I had learned in my early stages of career. So, I was born and brought up in Baroda, and in schooling, I was a little bright student. So, I wanted to become engineer. So after 10th standard, I chose for 11th science. And by joining 11th science, I thought that I was totally in a fright. And I thought that I will not be able to make a good engineer. And I was finding science very difficult. So after 4 months of 11th science, I told my parents that I will not be able to continue in science. I want to shift to commerce. And in commerce, I'll do something whatever I can. I'll try my best. So my parents allowed me to join commerce, and after 12th standard I joined CA course, and somehow I became chartered accountant. So after becoming chartered accountant, I started practice, and I was a very lethargic, lazy, and I was living totally unorganized life. I was watching late night movies till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I was waking up at 9:30, 9 o'clock, etc. But one thing was that I was always wondering that I wanted to become a good professional. I want to become a successful person. So what I should do? So one fine day, I attended a seminar of a very renowned chartered accountant of Gujarat, and I asked him that what should I do to become a successful professional. So he gave me a very important message that you are a professional person, whether a doctor or engineer, whatever may be. So you start reading daily of your subject of interest. My subject of interest is income tax. So he said that I am reading income tax for 2 hours a day. I am waking up at 4:30. I am reading that for 2 hours a day. So from that day, I started reducing my waking up time from 9:30 to 9, 9 to 8:30, 8:30 to 8, 6:30, etc. So after that, I got the confidence to face people. He also taught me very important principle that if you have knowledge and then if you pitch the customer, then only you will be able to deliver the service or your product in whatever industry you are. But if you will pitch the demand first, if you will attract the customer first, and if you do not know the basics of your service, you do not have professional skills, then there will be an opportunity loss and you will lose the customer. So at that time, I was also doing audit of one company. The company had purchased a very costly machinery, but the machinery was not put to use. Production was not started. So I asked the director of the company why production has not been started on that machinery. So he gave me a very similar answer that I am pitching customers on a very highly quality product. I will manufacture high quality product from that machinery, but I have not received demand yet. So once I'll receive demand, I will be able to deliver the product. But if I am pitching for orders, if I get the orders and then if I go to buy the machinery, that will be an opportunity loss. I will not be in a position to deliver the product in time. So that principle I learned in my earlier stages of career, that you have to acquire knowledge first, you have to be updated, then only you will be able to deliver to the customers. And that is on the basic premise that if I have 6 hours to cut the tree, I will sharpen the saw for 5 hours. So that helped me a lot. And today, although I may not be an expert, but even if whatever customer comes, then I can provide service. So that is the driving force of my career that I have learned. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. It was a wonderful speech, driving force, because I think that driving force is fear that has made you getting up at 9:30 from 9:30 to coming to 8 o'clock. Thank you for that wonderful speech. Let us move further and go to speaker number 3. Before I invite our speaker, I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Sanchita, to let us know the speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanchita.
Thank you, Tiyomudi. My target speaker, Toastmaster Ravi, is going to give his Level 1 Project 2 from the path Innovative Planning. The purpose of the speech is for the member to review the basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech. The title of the speech is the most valuable ingredient in the formula for success. Timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Tiyomudi.
Thank you. Let us have a big round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita. So our third speaker is with Vadodara Toastmaster Club only for 2 months. And he is currently working as a production manager at Smart Node Automation. And he is afraid of meeting new people and communicating with them. But fight is the option he is choosing to decide what is ethical and what is not. I mean, fight is the option that he is choosing. So with a big round of applause, let us call upon Toastmaster Ravi with his speech title, The Most Valuable Ingredients in the Formula for Success. Toastmaster Ravi.
Good morning, everyone. Many times it happens to me that I have so much work to do, but I don't understand where to start. I guess this would have happened to us all. And I would like to know your views on it. Can you all please tell me that can you all please tell me that what reason would it be? Anyone? Yes. Okay. Okay. My answer to this is prioritization. I lack prioritization in my work, and because of it, I was always confused and made a mistake in selecting important tasks. And you all can agree with what I just said, because we all would have gone through this. So to deal with that, I started prioritizing my task and time, and the outcome was extraordinary. I will walk you through my journey, how I focused on my task and improved my productivity. Once I started prioritizing my task, I started to notice that not the all of the task is important and needed my immediate attention. So I divided my task into 3 categories. In my monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. I created my monthly list from my master list, weekly list from my daily list, weekly list from my monthly list, and daily list from my weekly list. From this, I weekly list. From this, I prioritize my daily activities, but my daily task also need their true priorities. To deal with that, I use one method which helped me which forced me to prioritize my day by using 4 simple steps. In step 1, at the end of each day, I will write down 6 important tasks which needed to be completed for the following day. In step 2, I then prioritize those 6 tasks by their true importance. In step 3, uh, in next day, I then work on only I will concentrate only on the first task until it was accomplished before moving to the next one. In step 4, uh, I will continue doing I will I will approach rest of the day in similar manner, uh, uh, and at the end of the day, I moved the remaining task to the next 6 important tasks. Constraining myself to the 6 important tasks daily uh, for forced me to focus and prioritize on the most important task. Well, the well creating a master list helped me to manage my daily activities, daily tasks, but it was still difficult to differentiate between what is urgent and urgent from the important one. So uh, so I I learned one technique to differentiate the urgent task from the important one. For that, I for that I divided my task in 4 categories. In first category, I in first category there were tasks which are urgent and important both, so I completed those first. In second category, there were tasks which are important but not urgent, so i i I shifted those tasks to the later date. In third category, there were tasks which are urgent but not important, so I shifted those tasks to the other person. And in fourth category, there were tasks which are neither important nor urgent, so I removed those tasks from my list. By uh, a great example of this is a Toastmaster. Completing a pathway in Toastmaster is important but not urgent, so I schedule my speech for a later date. But submitting a report to my senior is important and urgent, so I worked on it first. Uh, there are apart from this, there are many more strategies that you can use to prioritize your work. But for me, these 3 methods have been worked the best. Before finishing my speech, I will add one line that people who focus gets things done, but people who prioritize and focus gets the right things done. Thank you.
A wonderful speech, Toastmaster Ravi. Because when I ask Toastmaster Ravi that you have a fear of public speaking, you might forget your speech in between. What is your option, fighting or flight, or running away? He says that I want to fight. And I thought he is bluffing, looking at his body structure. I don't think he can fight. but I could experience that he is a real fighter over here on the stage, and he could not only finish his speech but gave us a wonderful message about how to prioritize the activities. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Ravi, for a wonderful speech. We will request our timer, Toastmaster Udit, for timer's report, please. Toastmaster Udit.
The all three speakers are qualified. So yes. So let's tell the time. Yeah. The TM Puja takes 5 minutes and 3 seconds. The TM Prashant takes 4 minutes, and the TM Ravi takes 6 minutes and 52 seconds. Thank you.
We'll take 1 minute for voting. So poll is being shared on the group, and you take a minute or a second for voting the best speaker today. Now there is a time for table topic. Table topic is the one session where we are going to fight our fear uh, while we are thinking on the spot. So our topic will be given on the spot, and we might have to speak on that for a minute or two. And for that, I would like to call upon our very new Toastmaster. He is in fact electrical engineer, and he is with military. When he is military, he do not have fear of opponents, but definitely he has a fear of public speaking. And he has joined Vadodara Toastmaster Club to fight that fear of public speaking. So with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please call upon Toastmaster Ashish Vasisht as our table topic speaker. Table topic masters. Toastmaster Ashish.
We should accept that fear, and accordingly we to take action to overcome that fear. Good morning, Toastmaster, fellow members, and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Ashish Vasisht, table topic master of the day. And right now you are going to have an opportunity to participate in one of the most interesting and exciting session of Toastmaster meeting, that is table topic session. Both guests and members can participate in this session. What is the importance of a table topic session? It improves, it helps you to improve impromptu speeches. Second is it teaches you to answer appropriate questions at inappropriate situations. We face many situations in our life where we have to speak instantly, and we don't have time to think or to prepare. At that time, table topic helps us. Timing for table topic speech is 1 to 2 minutes. You have to speak at least 1 minute, and if you can speak maximum up to 2 minutes 30 seconds. For that, qualify for public for table topic speech award. Now let's start our session. Anybody volunteer who want to come on stage? No. Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Kalpesh, my role model, Toastmaster Kalpesh.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and my esteemed guest. My name is Kalpesh, and the topic is my role model. So, my role model is my one of the teacher in my school, and it's of my mathematics teacher, Dumadia sir. Okay. In the fifth or sixth standard, everybody was very afraid of mathematics because it gives you numbers and it needs a logic you need to improve, and you need to uh, think of that. Okay. What happens in the school, everybody is afraid of it, and in the fifth standard, when I was giving my sixth semester examination, I fail in almost every subject except three subjects, and one of them is math, other is science, and other is in English. These are the three most difficult subjects that was taught at that time. The most important thing that sir give me about the mathematics is that he always try to challenge us, that if you do this thing, you will be to a higher positions. And that's why what I used to do is I try to solve all the math equation a day before sir teaches us. So it was just one step ahead of my teacher, and that makes me thinking more and more logical, and that helps me in other subject also. So in the next semester, I was try to clear all my subject because of the math. So that's why this is my role model. Thank you.
Now I want to invite next Toastmaster Siom. Toastmaster Siom. The things which I fear the most. The thing which I fear the most. Toastmaster Siom.
Yeah, the things which I feared most is the public speaking. But now, when I came to this platform, I overcome this fear gradually, and I'm very confident that after 6 months or 1 year, I will be able to speak fluently in front of great audience without any fear. That's why I joined this platform, and this is very supportive environment which provide a platform where no one fear to public speaking. So this is uh, my fear, but I'm overcoming this. Thank you.
Next, I want to invite guest Sumit. Please come on stage. Yes, Sumit, if you were invisible for a day, what will you do? If you were invisible for a day, what will you do? Yes, Sumit.
Thank you. This is the great topic, that if I invisible, so no one can see me speaking, so I don't have fear. Yeah, apart from that, I can see that if I am invisible, so like I have some dream, like dream when I have to go with some security checks or something, so I can pass through directly. Like I want to go to Paris, so I pass through the checks without say anyone caught me, so I can roam anywhere where I want to go, and I enjoy to my dreams, whatever I want to roam in the country, states, or anywhere. That's it from my.
Our next speaker, guest Sakshi. Next your hand put together. It's my favorite TV show. My favorite TV show.
Okay, well, my favorite TV show is Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, and I think most of them you must be liking that show because it is a family show where you are not supposed to think that what comes next. You can watch with your family. I remember right now I'm in Vadodara. My brother is in London, and we have just three members in our family: my mother, father, and my middle sibling. So they miss us a lot right now. They say there was a time when we used to watch this comedy together, and of course it comes at around 8:30. So we used to watch that scene, and I remember there is one scene in Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma when there was a ghost, and my father was sitting next to me, and there was a sense of pride. He was just there came goosebumps, and he was just thinking what will come next. And my mother actually at that time there were no lights, so my mother was coming with a glass full of milk, and he started shouting like hell because of course things just start reconciling. There was a ghost in the on the TV, and my mother was coming with a glass full of milk. But again, my father, they always learned that all these TV shows, they are like, they just want to engross you. But you have to work on the pins and needles, and you have to work upon them because it's all about you should entertain from them, not you are just taking it yourself and you are just getting afraid from these things. So, and I also learned from this session as well that there is a success behind fear. Fear is our friend. We should accept that and we should not run away. Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is online. Toastmaster. Toastmaster Sanchita.
Hi, I can hear you now. Yes.
Topic is setting goal is important. Setting goal is important. Toastmaster Sanchita.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Have you ever seen water accumulated at puddles after rains? What happens? It gets stagnated, and then you have mosquitoes and all kinds of bad things. It starts smelling foul. This is what happens with life when we do not have any goals. We are very fortunate. We have a world full of opportunities, but everything is available to the one who is ready to work hard. What is the use of working hard unless you have a goal to achieve? So setting goals is very important because when you set goals, you start gathering information on how to achieve that goal. You start working on yourself. In the entire process, you grow, you learn, you ultimately create a better version of yourself. At the end of it, when you achieve the goal, what happens? People look at you, they respect you. You yourself look at yourself with a different view. You start realizing you can do so much more. You can make a difference. You can ultimately just change your own self to a better, newer person. Setting goals is important because it allows us to focus on a particular topic. It gives a direction to life. So I completely agree with you, Mr. Table Topics Master. Setting goals is important. Over to you.
Our next speaker, guest Janki. Yes, Janki. Things I learned in lockdown. Things I learned in lockdown.
So once again, a very good morning to all of you. My topic is things I learned during lockdown. Yeah. So during lockdown, I learned many things, but the thing that I learned, I want to talk about that is I learned to live with family. How we live together, like nobody is going for job, for college, for nobody is having any stress or that. Yeah, it is during online, but at night we love to play ludo game with family members. So that is the most important thing that we missed during our regular lives. So I learned that to live happily is with family. Yes.
Now, any volunteer who wants to? Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun, what I will do when I retire? What I will do?
Thank you, table topic. Good morning, Toastmasters. What I will do when I retire? Actually, I don't think of retirement. Retirement, the thought of retirement means sitting, doing nothing. And if you do nothing, that means you are doing injustice to yourself. So retirement, there should never be a thought coming to yourself that you should retire. And one of the reasons why we should not retire is, if you think of retirement, one of the reasons a good platform is get involved in Toastmasters. So if you are part of Toastmaster ExCom team will ensure that you will never retire. There will be so many meetings, so many competitions, so many opportunities they will be providing you, so that you will be always inculcating in one or the other activity. That will not only keep your mind fresh, but also give an opportunity to connect with other people like yourself. Retirement is one thing that should never come to mind. The body may sometimes tell you to sit down, relax, but if your mind gets retired, then body gets tired. So never bring that thought of retirement into your mind, unless you keep being active and remain active throughout your life. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you all for sharing. Now I hand over to Toastmaster.
Thank you for the wonderful session. And we will now request for a timer's report, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Udit. In fact, so we can applaud for all who has qualified and all who has participated into this table topic. So, give us a round of applause. Thank you. It was a wonderful session by Toastmaster Ashish, and many of my personal fear also were surfaced that what I will do after retirement, or the ghost, the one that, in fact, I uh, had a similar experience when Toastmaster Gitanjali was explaining about the ghost. She was surrounded by that ghost, and I thank the person who is sitting behind me. He did not tap on my toe. Otherwise, it would be a very difficult. Recently, we were walking. Me and my wife were walking into this in orbit mall, and some young people were appreciating that. See, this old uncle and auntie has a good love. They are holding their hands together. I said not because of love. It is because she raised her hand many times. So I'm just keeping myself safe. So fear is definitely a good thing for us to enjoy. Let us move further. I definitely, when I become Toastmaster of the day, I would have a fear of an evaluation, because it is going to be evaluated what I perform and what everybody has performed. But it is a very valuable part of our Toastmaster meeting. So we are reaching to a general evaluation session. Our general evaluator is a co-founder of a startup named Smart Node, and procrastination. That means exaggerated tension or worrying about fear. Worrying is his fear. But he says that the fighter never quits. And failing definitely is an integral part of a journey. But what is our response to that failure decides how we are going to move further. And that is the approach he is taking. It's a fighting approach. So, with a big round of applause, let us call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Dhruv. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, everyone. Today, I am the general evaluator for today, and I welcome you all to the evolution section. For me, the evolution section is the best part of Toastmasters because it is in this section that we get feedback. And if we get feedback, then we can improve upon it, and we all are here for improvement. I urge you all to take the evolution, take the feedback in a positive way, work upon it, deliver, and again take the feedback back. This is the cycle. If you follow, then you can get the fruit out of your life. Just for the guest, I would like to explain you about what is a general evaluator. You can imagine it's a school. The general evaluator is a principal. The evaluators are the teachers, and the speakers are the students. So it is in this way the structure of the Toastmasters. I'll guide you about the section. This section is divided into three parts. In the first part, I will call upon the evaluators to evaluate the prepared speakers. In the second part, I will call upon the tech team to give their respective reports. And the third section, I myself will give about the overall report of the meeting. So let us move to the evaluation of the prepared speakers. For that, I would for first of all the first evaluator for today is Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun is the quickest sprinter of the Toastmaster. He is the fastest one to follow to complete the levels in the Toastmasters pathway. Today he is going to evaluate Toastmaster Pooja's speech. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you. Thank you, Dee, for your kind words. Good morning once again to the Toastmasters and speakers. My focus speaker is VTM Meeting. A leadership style is a leader's method of providing direction, implementing plans, and motivating people. And that is, I think, what her speech rightly delivered. How, as a leader, she provided the direction, implemented the plan, and motivated the people to achieve the success. There were many takeaways from your speech. So, good morning once again. Her eye contact was very good. She maintained the eye contact with most of the audience. During the beginning of the speech, you engage the audience by asking questions, whether you are a born leader or you are made leader. That was very good. You engage the audience at the start of your speech. That was excellent. You started with the quote, right? So that is also the positive side of your speech. Then you narrated your journey, how as a leader you, whatever your style is, how you inculcated and how you move their style is best. How the change in principle of the school principal change, and how still you manage your encouragement to the students and how they finally feel with bright colors and achieve the result. While delivering this speech, you were calm and composed. There are few feedbacks which, as a evaluator, I would like to, which would improve your speech to a next level. First is the stage. You were, I think, of course, since Sir has guided to maybe focus on the camera, I think that was in the mind that you should begin to see, but you could have used the stage better while you were progressing the stage. The first section you used this stage, then this one. So if you had covered the stage, it would have been better. Second is what I felt. You were very much in the speed of while delivering. So if you had put some pauses in between of your speech, it would have created a better engagement with the audience. Your speech was good, you had a personal story that was obsessed, but if you had pauses in between, that would have connected the audience very well. And if possible, I would just like to give one more if you can add humor a bit to your speech, that would elevate the speech. Leaders are not born, they are made, right? So rightly, as your journey progressed, you started and you are not born as a leader, but you proved you are. So overall, I would just say to the wonderful speech, a beautiful narration of your story, how you got applauded for your demonstration with this speech, and with this, whatever feedback I have given, take them as feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for a wonderful evaluation. The second evaluator for today is Toastmaster Santosh. Toastmaster Santosh is going to evaluate Toastmaster Prashant's icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Santosh is a very active Toastmaster in our club. You will always find his name on this whiteboard. So, with a huge round of applause, please we welcome Toastmaster Santosh on the stage.
Once again, good morning to our Toastmaster, guests and guests. Listening to our Toastmaster Prashant, I was like sitting on a car, that's new car, driving a smooth on road and having beautiful scenario nearby. That's how I felt because he had beautiful structure of his speech, like how he wanted to be in commerce, then connecting it with his profession like being CA. He was energetic, but how he improved, seeing and getting guidance from the mentor, and then guiding, like taking those guidance, like reading books, and how he applied those helpful like tips and how he made in his professional life. Further evaluating, I would like to divide my evaluation into part, like at what points he excelled and how he can improve and what challenges further he can do to himself. He excelled very well at searching his content, like it was well in flow, connecting his desire of being into commerce, improving himself with the help of mentor, wonderful, concluded with his conclusion. That's the real life example. Like he went to audit. He very well hooked the audience by connecting various stages of life, his personal and professional life. His content was interesting. His content was interesting, explaining life journey, integrated audience awareness, and very well had a comfort level with his speech connecting to the audience. Second part, how we can improve further. We could have included dialogues in the speech, like when you were visiting the mentor having a guidance. So you could have said like, I mentor, like I want to improve myself. Please guide how can I do it. That's how like similar way you would have done with like when mentor gave you these tips, and similar way when you gave for the audience. Moving further again, like content structure was the part. So like you will for personal then with like similarly we could have divided your speech in stage wise. So first you can there then at the center you could have at last like how you can better challenge yourself by improving your speech. We could have done a good vocal vocal variety. Throughout your speech was flat. So you could have given some high notes and notes. Your eye contact was awesome. Still improve it by adding a broad view to the audience. Like sometimes you were looking down and just 1 or 2%. At the last, your gesture was very confident, but still you can improve with open hand gesture and having like a confidence to the audience. Very well structured your speech at the end, and best of luck for your speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh, for your. The third event for today is Toastmaster Sanchita. Toastmaster Sanchita would be evaluating Toastmaster Ravi's speech. Toastmaster Sanchita is the winner of this year's area evaluation contest and soon will be participating in the division level soon. And she is the most active evaluator of our club. So let us all welcome Toastmaster Sanchita on the virtual stage.
Thank you, GE. Greetings to everyone and especially my target speaker, Toastmaster Ravi. Congratulations for a good speech. You spoke about the ingredient for success. This is something which touched everyone's heart. After all of us are chasing success. And if there is anyone giving tips, we are all ears for it. You shared a personal story. This is the best way of reaching out your audience because personal stories come from heart, they touch the heart. You began with a problem that you have so many activities and you're not able to complete them. Then you went ahead in the center part of the body of the speech on how you can overcome the problem. There you spoke about different means that you use, different steps, different phases to overcome the problem. And finally, in conclusion, you mentioned how you have conquered the problem. So this way you've connected the beginning and conclusion very nicely. The speech had a good beginning, a body, and a conclusion. It was a well-organized speech. Every speech can be taken to the next level, and I have 3 suggestions for you. Although your title was very good, but it was very long. People these days have short memories, so it's good to have a catchy small title so that it stays for a long time for people. 2, use your fingers. You had lots of scope and you said you can try 4 steps. Step 1, this, step 2, this, step 3. Then you have different phases. In phase 1, this happened. In phase 2, that happened. Make use of your fingers. When you make use of your fingers, you learn to use your hands to enhance your speech. This works again in your favor. And thirdly, practice your speech. You were completely at one spot. If you practice your speech, you will slowly gain the confidence to move from one spot to another spot, and that will help you in memorizing the speech. To summarize, you had a nice content. You touched everyone's heart. You had very nicely written speech. You emphasized the points wherever necessary. You maintained the tempo, but although you were slow at some points, you tried to make good eye contact. Just make sure you work on the suggestions and you will do a wonderful job in your next speech. All the best. Over to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for a wonderful analysis. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vic for giving signing report. Evolution of the data. Now, I would like to call upon evolution, Toastmaster Ganesh to give the evolution for the developed speakers. Till then, our president would have launched a poll for the voting of the table topic speakers. Toastmaster Ganesh. So, one second. Before few days, I was Great. So I found that meaning of what today's table of speaker is Shiva she gave a great among all this today's table of speaker Alpesh he gave speaker first Shiva he said he showed that he will be for him so this so but I would have elaborated that. Will be better. It's, she start helpful. It will be important for our leader. Cheerful journey means if you this feel so some of the who participate those will be thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gyaneshwar, for the evolution. The evolution given by the evaluators are not only for the particular speaker, but they're actually learning for all of us. So with this, we will move on to our next section, that is the reports of the R counter and the grammarian. As per the agenda, the allocated time for the R counter is 2 minutes and for the grammarian it's 3 minutes. I request them to give the report within the time limit. Timer, please give them a warning before 30 seconds, a yellow card, and show them a red card at their allocated time. So the report for the R counter would be given by Toastmaster Bhushan, who is the latest member of the club, who is playing the role of the R counter for the first time. Please welcome Toastmaster Bhushan.
So I listen to all the switches, and I should really say that Gitanjali ma'am and Sanchita's speeches were like smooth like a butter. There were no finding at all. I kept listening to them, but nothing found out. And after that, when I listen all speeches, our biggest enemy is most of us has counted it. I will go by it. Adil, you were there, and you have more hands into your speeches. It may be useful, but I have found hands are there. Then our Toastmaster Hiren. There are no other filler, but aha is lot aha is there. Apart from that, then I go to the Prashant. Yes. So you were very confident when your speech, but there were so many so's. Same goes with the TM Dhaneshwar during your evaluation. I listed more than 5 so. Then Ravi, you had pauses, But I should really say that you stood here for your time, and that is very commendable. But there were pauses, there were few like and so. Then guest Sakshi, there were few so that can be improved. I think if we stand in front of a mirror and practice, we can know that lot of we can do this on our own. So that's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhushan, for the detailed report. The next is the report by the grammarian. So, Toastmaster Gitanjali is one of the most experienced in Vadodara Toastmasters Club. We all await to hear her every time. So, with a huge round of applause, please call Toastmaster Gitanjali for giving grammarian report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Actually, in today's meeting, I could not find much grammatical errors. Everyone is correct, except one thing I have noted that as we all are Indian, English is not our language. So little bit pronunciation problem is there. So please, I will personally tell them where they have to do little bit practice to improve their this pronunciation. But I have noted few very good things that Toastmaster Pooja, she started with a beautiful quote that leaders are not born, they are made. It is real. We all are gradually moving towards the leadership. Then one more thing flagged in the air. I love that the small piece of note thing which I liked very much. Then Prashant, Toastmaster Prashant, he has given one beautiful thought that acquire knowledge first and then you move ahead to get success. Because without getting the knowledge, we can't do anything. That was a very important thing, not only for him, but it is applicable for all of us. Then third is Toastmaster Udit. The last portion, he has given a beautiful quote that people who focus on goals, they just do the things, but those who give the importance to the priorities, they get the success. All these things are very good thing. I liked it, your idea very much. But I am little saddened by the use of the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Only Tarun has used word of the day, and Toastmaster Pooja and Toastmaster, one more, Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar. These two people, these two Toastmasters, they have used the phrase of the day. So I think we must give them a big clap. Well then, thank you. At least you have kept my prestige by using those word of the day and the phrase of the day. Otherwise, then for Santosh, I like the thing that he has given the good comparison with the icebreaker speech and the card. And when he started his evaluation, he just explained that I'm feeling as if I'm driving my car. So wonderful thing he has done. Then otherwise, overall the meeting was very good and everyone has presented their best. With this, I will just hand over the stage to our journal evaluator. Thank you so much.
Yes, we are not used to wearing it. Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali, for giving a precise and a detailed report regarding the grammar. Now, we will move on to the third session of the evolution. That is, it is my turn to give the overall meeting of today's meeting. The poster and agenda. Before I start, I forgot. I would like to tell the timer to please give me a green card at 4 minutes, a yellow card at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and a red card at 5 minutes so that the meeting ends on time. The poster and agenda for today's meeting was released on time. Toastmaster Ashish and his team created a fantastic poster of Toastmaster Hiren. All the meeting details such as meeting number, the time, venue and the description of the theme were appropriately mentioned. Coming today, some of our members arrived well before time and saw that the setup for the hybrid meeting, which is usually taking a lot of time, is appropriately done. Due to that, today there was a delay of only 2 minutes, which is very negligible compared to the difficulties which we face in this area. So the meeting started at 10:32 and the meeting room was open before 10:30 so that the online members can join on time. The meeting was started by our sir, Toastmaster Gyaneshwar, in a very prompt way by stating the mission of the club and giving the basic descriptions regarding the water, washrooms, and the usage of the stage for the online members. Then he swiftly handed over the stage to a presiding officer, Toastmaster Adil, who is the jolliest Toastmaster of our club. Every time you see him, he would be smiling. He introduced all the guests and gave us a message on when we fail, how to react after we fail by showing us the latest example which is going on the FIFA World Cup. He also acknowledged the fact that he is overshooting the time every time, and today he finished well within time, so that's a good point. Then the Toastmaster Adil called the Toastmaster of the day Toastmaster Hiren. Toastmaster Hiren is the most humorous person in Toastmasters. He has a tendency to create humor in any situation. Today also you would have noticed the theme was fear. Even in such critical topic, he made that topic in a very humorous way. And but the message for the fear was also given, but the message was not given in a serious way. The tone was totally humorous. That part is really difficult to achieve. So we must all applaud Toastmaster Hiren for that. Also, it took the extra effort of messaging each of the role players for asking some questions so that he can introduce them in a very personal way. Then moving to the prepared speeches section, all the speeches were very well delivered and were rich in content. Today we all learned about leadership by Toastmaster Pooja. Toastmaster Prasan taught us professional principles and Toastmaster Ravi taught us prioritization. There were beautiful quotes used by Toastmaster Pooja and Toastmaster Ravi. I urge Toastmaster Pooja and Toastmaster Prashant to be active because you are taking roles after a very long break. So please be active and do attend the meeting on every Sunday. Since the evaluators have already evaluated them, I will not evaluate them again. Moving ahead to the table topic section, it was very nice to see Toastmaster Ashish, who has recently joined, taking the role of the table topic master, and whatever questions he formed were in such a way that they were related to our past experiences or what we think about ourselves. So all the questions were related to think about ourselves. The table topic speakers tried their best to think in an impromptu manner and deliver the speech. It is really hard to think fast and deliver that too on the stage. But all of you gave a very excellent speech. TM Gyaneshwar also evaluated each of the table topics speaker in a very well-mannered. Then came the prepared speech evaluators. The evaluation shared the learnings about stage usage, tone, and many other aspects which are not only for the speakers but all of us. The speaker can take these feedbacks positively and work upon it to enhance their journey in Toastmasters. Then Toastmaster Bhushan gave a detailed report on the usage of the unwanted filler words in our communication, which can be eliminated by practice. It was good to see TM Gitanjali take the role of a grammarian after a long time. We all love to take the learnings which he gave in our day-to-day life. There were some feedbacks which I would like to give for improvement. First is, I would request all the role players whose name are there on the board to come at least 10 minutes before the meeting so that if someone is not there, we can swap the role to some other person. Because if you come late, then it is very difficult to see the agenda, and we all are in tense that what will happen about that particular role. The second one is there are only few role players. Whenever you come on the stage or whenever you leave the stage, you should handshake the person whom you who gave the stage or whom you are giving the stage. That's it from my side. Thank you. Now I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for a wonderful evaluation. In fact, I had a fear that when General Evaluator is Toastmaster day, should I be Toastmaster of the day? And then he added my fear further by selecting Toastmaster Gitanjali as a grammarian. So that is even further fear. But then I started realizing that do I have to fear, or in fact, should I be worried about that fear? Because fear is what keeps us alive, in fact. Fear makes us human being, and in fact, fear makes our life worth living. So when we listen these words like "Jo dar gaya, samjho mar gaya," or maybe the only thing we have to fear is the fear itself, do we worry about such things? No. In fact, fear is our friend. We should have acceptance to that friend, and we should have to live with that. Take the maximum advantage. Anything in excess is not good. So what we can do is, I have that some 4 points with me, that we first accept that as our friend. Second point is, we need to find out why we are fearing that point more, and we need to ensure that why others are not having fear. Say fear of flight, I might be having a fear of flight, why others are not fearing of that flight? What is such thing that I am fearing? Is it a rational fear or irrational fear? And then finally, I have to keep that fear help me improve my performance, or help me work through that fear further. So with that point, I want to tell you the only thing, that if we must fear if we don't fear. So if I don't have fear, then I must be worrying about that. Having a fear is a natural thing, and we should accept it. With that note, I am handing over to the presiding officer, Mr. Rajan.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. And we have still 15 minutes left. So the happiest person is me, because I usually overshoot, and here I am. I have 15 minutes in my hand, but I won't use it in a futile manner. In starting, I forgot that today we have our book of the week as well covered. So to pitch in here, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shivan to share with us book of the week or book of the day, so called, in our agenda, which was not being filled for quite a few times, but he took up the role. I request timer at 2 minutes. You can directly show him red card, and I urge Toastmaster Shivam to complete it in 2 minutes.
The law of attraction says, what you think, you create. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Shivam Keshavani, and I'm going to present the book summary of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The power of subconscious mind tells about that what you feel, what you think, what you believe, it makes your life in that way. It is not the thing like you not believe, you not think about that. It is true that if you believe something, or if you continuously thought about something, it will attract in your life. Like if you think about something, if you want to be something in your future, just think about that thing, because all the things within you create your whole life. If you want to something like a cricketer, just uh, focus on your that thing, just think about that, and you will be the same person which you want. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Usually we don't, book of the week, it do not get filled. So I forgot about it. But during the like heat of the moment, I remember, oh, I forgot it. With this, like we have few minutes left, and we usually take feed. Before that, the voting are there in the group. If someone hasn't voted yet, you can please quickly vote so that we are left with 2 votes still pending. We have guest feedback, but before that, like I request you, sir, like you join in between, so you can come up on the stage. You can give your brief introduction. Have you got to know about Toastmaster, and you can share your feedback as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Arihant Jain. I'm basically from Ajmer, Rajasthan, and here I'm currently working in Indian Oil Corporation Limited as an electrical engineer. So basically, giving my brief intro, uh, as I already told, I'm from Rajasthan, and I did my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. You might know it. Navodaya Vidyalaya. I did my schooling from 9th, not from 6th. I got selected in 9th, and after that I did my schooling from Navodaya Vidyalaya. And after that I selected for Super 30 Jodhpur. There I did my preparation, and then I have joined SVNIT Surat. So I have completed my engineering from Surat in 2021. Then I have joined L&T for 2-3 months, and after that, from great result, I was selected in Indian Oil. So currently I'm working in Indian Oil. So talking about my interest, I love running, cycling, jogging, and cooking also. I used to cook food for myself only for me. So that are my interests. Even today I have run 10 kilometers. And you know, I'm telling that my like I have fear for like public speaking from school time only. Like I remember like when I was in class 11, so on Teachers Day, like you might know that in our school on Teachers Day, the students of 11th class or 12th class are going to be teachers. So I was the principal because I was the topper of the class. So I didn't wanted to be principal because principal have to give speech to whole school. And even and at that time some uh, 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 assistant collector was also there on that day. So I was very afraid of giving that speech. I like remembered that whole speech. Like if you speak, if you tell me today also, then I could remember it. But on that day when I gone to stage, one of my friend who was good at speech, so he told me that you just see the TV, like in that hall there was a TV, or there you just see only TV. You don't see anyone. Then only you will be able to deliver. But when I go, I've seen so many thousands of people. I could not remember a single word. I forgot everything. I took my paper and delivered the speech, but after that I started working on it, and that's why I joined Cosma.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I felt like you directly gave an icebreaker speech. And from tomorrow onwards, you are the member. So I saw Tarun smiling and he was like, yes, the treasurer is happy. Jokes apart, like you are at the right spot, and I urge you and all other guests, like as soon as you become member, like you have additional basically benefit. You get to be here quite often on the stage, as today few of the guests then got the opportunity in table topic session. But as mentioned, like members are also given the first priority, and then we try to inculcate or try to bring up the guest as well. Some highlights from today's meeting and which are important from for the meetings here forth. So as mentioned, like fear is our friend, not foe. So that's a important highlight, and we should take it in an important or in a positive manner, and we should work upon it. So second was that in between during the table topic session, there was campaigning done by Toastmaster Tarun regarding XCOM. So in coming 2 weeks or so, we would be having our executive committee election, and I would be sharing the details in the members group about the various XCOM role. And I urge like as many members to come forward and take up the role, because this tenure would end at December. Like uh, 25th would be the last date or meeting for the current XCOM, and then the new XCOM would be taking forward. And as mentioned in the speech, that leadership is something that if you are not born leader, you can take up the role and inculcate that and become a good leader. So that was the two thing. And third was that last week we had our area contest, and three of our members, Toastmaster Gitanjali, Toastmaster Sanchita, and Toastmaster Nikhil, three of them have won the international speech contest and evaluation speech contest, and they would be representing area A1 in the division A level contest, which would be held on 18 December. It would be a hybrid contest, but hopefully like the meeting would be there on 18 December. We would decide it and the detail would be shared on the group. With this, like guest feedback, if you can quickly like at your position, or if you want to come up on the stage, since we have few minutes left, I urge you all, like if you want to share any candid feedback, you can come up on the stage or you can be there and deliver. So guest Sakshi. And I request timer 1 minute.
Good afternoon once again. Meeting, today's meeting was very well inspiring, taking theme fear as an act. Of course, fear is very important, but overcoming that is again utmost important because it is the need of the art. I have learned a lot of things from you, taking these things at home. And I must say, and that is actually honest comment that I'm giving, in the very early morning when I got up, I was like, should I go or should I not? Because getting up early morning and that to winter is very difficult. But at the end, it is worth to attend. So I very well enjoyed that. And if I have to give the feedback, it will be a big 10. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Guest, I usually have an issue with remembering names. Janki, yes. Yes.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, yes, as guest said that it is the most inspiring meeting over here. And yes, over the week, it will give us one, every day, the thoughts that we shared over here. Day by day, we will think about that and implement in our day-to-day life over the week. And on next Sunday, again, we will meet and we'll push up each other. So, yeah, it will.
Thank you. Guest, yes. So you didn't get an opportunity to speak in table topic. Yes. So you can be candid. Yes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again, and thank you for giving the opportunity to speak at this platform. I'm not giving a feedback for only this meeting because I had attended three meetings, and my general feedback is that for my point of view, time management is very important, and here we are keeping timekeeper and also how to give effective speech. For that, AHA counter and grammarian rule also available. So yes, I would like to join this as a Toastmaster team, Toastmaster member. Once, yeah, thank you.
And last 2 minutes, like if you want to share anything. I hope everyone is covered. Everyone got the stage time.
Thank you, Adit. Hello, everyone. First of all, I not this feedback because I just attended 2-3 meetings, and it's about I am dealing with my stage fear. So whenever my name calling from here, so I felt something in my heart that how to go to stage and what now I'm going to say and all everything. So yeah, slowly I'm gaining my confidence. So this is my feedback, you can say.
Thank you. So with this, like we would be moving on to the certificate, and I would like Toastmaster of the Day, Hiren, to please announce the winner. Hi, we can start in this now.
So the award for today as the best evaluator of the day goes to Toastmaster Sanchita.
Thank you.
Just take it like you are taking the certificate. It's okay.
Thank you.
The little fun is required in the meeting.
Best table topic speaker today is our guest Sakshi. Best supporting role player of the day goes to Toastmaster Gitanjali.
It was mandatory. Like we took up the grammar and you got the most votes. After that, it was.
Yeah, the old one. So that's why. Thank you so much.
Just want to acknowledge after Toastmaster Getanjali, it was Toastmaster Bhushan. The R counter, he got the, I guess, 6 vote and Getanjali got 7 votes. So
Oh my God.
it was a close.
Now we all know why Toastmaster Sanchita's grammar is very good. Today's best prepared speaker of the day, that vote goes to Toastmaster Puja.
As best role player of the day, and you all might have seen that he handed me the certificate because I have to give him back. So it's Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster. As far.
But he told me to take up.
Thank you. Thank you. So with this, the elections are coming for tomorrow. We have our election as well, but XCOM elections are also important. So as of now, the date we have decided it would be 25th December because next week we cannot do it because we have only 1 week. 18th is area division contest and we are left with 25th December. So I urge all the members, I will share the details of all the executive roles today in the group so that you can take it up and you can share your nomination. So with this, I hope I am not VPE. If I have any announcement to be made. Okay. So with this, we adjourn the meeting 3 minutes early, I feel, or on time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Group photo. We can. Sanjita, you would be there in the group photo, like we have spotlighted. So,
This meeting is very smooth, calm, and no hassle in that. Even the setup also there is no problem. You can put my down.
Sorry. Like we have completed the photo session. We are just discussing. You can, if you want, you can leave the room. And on 18th, we would be having the division contest. So the detail would be shared by Pushkar, and I would, if I get any detail, I would be sharing in it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. तो कोई अच्छा